it's Anna. Welcome back to my channel. So happy to have you here with me today. If you're new to the channel, be sure to like and subscribe and hit the bell so you'll be notified when we upload a new video. This channel is all things Disney. We talk about fast passes and trip announcements and planning and dining, and also when things go wrong in Disney. This is what today's video is all about. So when things go wrong in Disney, it's okay. It happens. You've planned for this trip for months, years in some cases. You've calculated everything. You've pre-planned everything. Everything in your head is perfect, pure perfection. Well, guess what? Things go wrong, and that's okay. And I will tell you about our things. I think we have 5 things that have gone wrong on our trips. So let's get started. Okay, so on one of our trips, we were staying at the Grand Floridian, and that day we were going to Animal Kingdom. And our first Fast Pass was for the Lion King show. So we get to the car, we drove that for that trip. We get to our car and I'm pressing the lock thing to unlock it and it's not opening. I don't hear any noise, nothing. So I quickly realized that our car is dead. Now I have no idea how that happened because the car is literally brand new. Regardless, I was so worried that our day was going to be completely ruined, because in Disney, it's like a domino effect. If you're late for one thing, it's just gonna keep on going down and down and down, unless somehow, somewhere, you're able to fix it and get back on track. So I sent my husband to find someone to come and help us. Fairly quickly, this gentleman came on like a pickup truck type of thing, a pickup truck, and he had all sorts of tools with him. And so he popped, you know, the hood, gave us a jump, and we were ready to go. But of course, even as fast as the help came and got our car started, it just wasn't enough time to make it to our Fast Pass. So we got to Animal Kingdom, and we went straight to the guest services. And the reason I was going there because I wanted to kind of explain to them what had happened, and maybe they can, I don't know, give us another Fast Pass, or, you know, maybe they can radio them and tell them like, hey, wait, like we have a family that's coming, they're just like 5 minutes late. I don't know. So I explained to her what had happened, and this lady was so gracious. We were beyond grateful and thankful for what she did for us. She ended up putting us on the next show in the VIP seating. I mean, like, how does that happen? Like, how does that happen? We were completely blown away having that experience. We made such beautiful memories. My husband and my kids got to interact, got to, you know, be part of the show. I mean, it's just like priceless, you know. So I think if you have things that go wrong and, you know, there's really no room to kind of like fix things on your end, like, give it a try, go to customer service, explain the situation. I mean, I think most of the time, you know, they're very understanding. So moving along to the next bad thing that happened in Disney. So we were in Hollywood Studios and we were waiting to use the restroom. So I went with my boys, and it happened to be that 2 stalls right next to each other opened up. So I sent Aiden into one, and I was just waiting for him to close the door so I can go into the next one. And I guess a lady that was standing behind us, she didn't think I was waiting to go to the bathroom with my child. Maybe she thought I was just standing there. I don't know. So she skipped the line and she went to the stall next to Aiden, where I was gonna go with my kid. And the way it was happening, like, I was standing there waiting, you know, for Aiden to close the door, and my little guy, he had his finger, like his hand kind of like, you know, in that gap right at the next stall. So when she skipped the line and she started closing the door, I didn't realize that his finger was there and it was jammed. And out of nowhere, my kid is screaming bloody murder, like, ah, like so loud. I'm not understanding what's happening. I swear I probably kicked open her door because I didn't know how to get his finger out. I didn't know how to get his finger out. So anyways, he's upset, I'm upset. I don't know if his finger is broken at this point. I'm just like trying to squeeze it as hard as I can so he doesn't feel the pain. We're putting it under cold water. She's asking me, oh my gosh, is he okay? And I really wanted to say something, like really wanted to say something, but I decided not to even acknowledge her because I was so upset. Because if she would never cut the line, this would have never happened. And I just didn't say anything. I kept my cool. Well, maybe it wasn't so nice to ignore her, but whatever. So we came out of the restaurant, and this restaurant was right next to the, like right before you enter Toy Story Land. And so a cast member saw us, and so she was very helpful, very kind. So she took us all the way to the front of the park to the first aid, and they were very amazing and very kind and very helpful over there. They gave my kid ibuprofen. They offered Mickey premium bars and stickers and some popsicles and things like that. So they were very, very nice. And towards the end, like once he cooled down, the cast member, oh no, I think it was a nurse, I don't know, she put something on his arm and she like wrapped the ice pack like over it like this. So it looked like, I don't know, like he had like some kind of like, I don't know, like a laser gun type of thing. So he was really, really enjoying that because he was just like pew 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 walking around thinking like he's the coolest kid in the park. So in the end, you know, I'm just very grateful that, you know, Disney offers first aid and the staff there is super friendly, you know, super nice. The first aid, I wanted to say the first aid kit, you know, the building was very nice, very clean, and my kid was able to just cool down, relax, and we were able to, you know, get back to our okay, moving along to other things that go wrong in Disney. So on one of our trips, we got there really early and we wanted to, you know, go and enjoy the resort and the pool and everything that it had to offer. So we gave our bags, just like on any other trip, to Bell Services. And finally, when our room was ready and our bags were delivered, we realized that one bag was missing, and Bell Services could not find our bag. And it was tough because, again, going back to the domino effect of things, we had a dining reservation and we were going to miss it. And it was a 2-credit dining restaurant, and we were gonna miss that. And I didn't know if they were gonna have, you know, space available to fit us in. Again, this reservation was booked 180 days before this trip, so it was quite upsetting. They took a really long time to find the bag, and the bag had things that I needed before we were leaving, so we couldn't just leave it and go. Finally, I think after 40 minutes, they found the bag, and they were kind enough to call the restaurant, explain the situation on our behalf, and ask the restaurant to accommodate us and let us come whenever we were ready. The Bell Services asked if we were gonna be late by, like, you know, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. I said we're probably gonna be late about 30 to 45 minutes. So they said no problem, they're gonna call the restaurant, let them know. They did that. Then they called us back in the room and told us that, you know, everything was okay and that we can essentially just come at any time and the restaurant is going to take us. So I thought that that was very, very nice, and I was very happy at the end that they found our bag. I just, you know, in the moment, again, I was just a little bit upset and frustrated. We just got there and I'm just like, how does this happen? Like, We counted the bags, recounted the bags. The ticket said 7 bags and you brought us 6 bags. Like, but also, like, how do you not look at the ticket and see that it actually says 7 bags and you're bringing me 6 bags? Anyways, so they were very, very nice. They took care of that. But of course, with that said, the domino effect continued because we had fast passes. We were going to Magic Kingdom and we had 3 fast passes booked, and of course we ended up missing everything. And so once we were done with our reservation, I had I don't know, I think I called customer service, and I had explained the situation, what had happened, and she offered to give us 3 multi-experience fast passes, which means that you could pretty much use them on almost all of the attractions, I think, except I'm gonna say like Flight of Passage and probably not Galaxy's Edge, but I don't think Galaxy's Edge, oh no, it was open. I think it was open that time. But anyways, so you can pretty much use it anywhere. Disney came together and made it all better, and you know, we were very grateful that, you know, they took care of us. It was very, very nice of them to do. Okay, another thing. So, you know, like when your kid is in the park with you and they're like, Mommy, I want this, and you're like, oh my God, it's just not a good buy. Like, I don't want to spend money on this. Like, you don't need this, so you're not gonna use this again. Yes, you know what I'm talking about. So my sweet Aiden wanted that blue misting fan that they sell in Disney, right? Okay, this thing is like 5 pounds when you fill it up with water. Hanging on your neck, it's not gonna be ideal. And you know who's gonna end up carrying it? Me. So I had my reservations about buying this thing, but Aiden was like, I got my money, and I want it. So I got the fan, filled it up. He's just like enjoying himself, spraying it, using it, loving it. And then we go on Buzz Lightyear, and I guess he put it, I don't even know where he put it. I don't know if he put it next to him or, you know, on the seat or on the floor. I don't know. We come out and he forgets to take it. And I see the panic in his eyes because he's just like, oh no. I made this woman buy me this and now I lost it, and she's gonna freak out, and it's just gonna be like, I told you so. The cast member there realized that something was happening and came over and asked us what was going on, and we explained the situation that we just, you know, a couple hours ago purchased this misting fan and that my son had left it on the ride. So he was so kind, and he wrote my son out one of those, like, I guess like a gift certificate, like a certificate voucher, to purchase another misting fan. So we went and got him a new one, and he was very happy. And so that cast member really just kind of like saved the day, because my son was really, really worried and he didn't want to disappoint me. But I mean, it is what it is. If he would have lost it, and what can you do? Kids lose things all the time. Adults lose things all the time. I lose things all the time. So it happens. But all right, and the last thing that had happened to us a few times, but this one time it was just really, really bad. A bad dining experience. So we had reservations for Storybook Dining, waited for this reservation forever, couldn't get it for like 2 or 3 of our trips, finally got it, super excited. And we end up with like the worst waiter, the worst. He was just not friendly, spoke really fast, didn't give you a chance to look at the menu, didn't care what you had to say, brought out everything 1 2 3 1 2 3. Like, when I say I didn't even get to open the menu because I knew that my kids weren't going to eat what they were going to bring, and I wanted to see what else is there, that maybe we can swap something. No, didn't even have a chance to do that. He didn't even have a chance to hear me. So with that said, things like this happen, and I think you know, at the end of the day, you have to speak up. And I was just getting, you know, I was there by myself with my kids. My mom was supposed to come, but she couldn't. She was tired, or she wanted to rest. So I was there with my boys. They were all over the place. They were, you know, like looking around, looking at these fixtures that, you know, looking at the table and everything. And like, I just wanted to, you know, get my kids situated. I wanted to figure out what they want, you know, what they wanted to eat. And I didn't get any of that. You know, he was there, he was with the food, and that's it. So I had to tell him, I said, you know what? I said, I'm sorry, but this is unacceptable. I said, we waited such a long time for this reservation, and you're not listening to anything I have to say. You're not, you know, you're not giving us time to look at the menu. You're not present. You're rushing us, and I don't like that. So he quickly apologized, but I just didn't like it, and that was it. I think the best thing that came out of that experience was 2 drinks that I had. It was called, I think, Evil to the Core, and it was, thank God for that drink. I swear, thank God for that drink. So we had our meal, and when I tell you, it was so bad that we ended up taking our meal in boxes and leaving, because we just couldn't be there anymore. Like, we just wanted to take ourselves out, but I didn't want to waste, you know, the food. So we just asked for boxes, and we packed it all up, and we left. It just like, it wasn't good. All right, guys, I think this is going to be the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, these were our experiences, and everyone has a very different experience. I think the best thing that you can do in situations when things go wrong in Disney, or anywhere for that matter, is to try to stay as cool as possible. I know it's hard, trust me, I know. And then just explaining your situation and being kind and respectful, and just keeping, you know, keeping the cast members, you know, in mind, because at the end of the day, they're people just like you and me. So I don't think if you get nasty, you're gonna get, you know, good results, or a good resolution to whatever issue you might be having. But like I said, in our experiences, they were very helpful, they were very understanding, and when those things were happening, it seemed like the worst possible situation, but everything got resolved in one way or another, and we're very grateful and very thankful for the amazing cast members, and just, you know, customer service, and just Disney in general. So thanks so much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe, and leave us a comment down below. Let us know if you had things that went wrong in Disney and how they were resolved, and if you were happy with it or not, because, you know, I mean, to each its own, right? Okay, guys, thanks so much for watching again, and we'll see you next time. Bye.